I grow up surrounded by nature. The forest, rivers, and mountains were more than just beautiful places. For indigenous communities like mine, they are our home, culture, identity, and way of life. But today, many indigenous communities continue to suffer because of environmental destruction. Illegal logging, mining, pollution, and deforestation continue to destroy ancestral lands. Because of this, many indigenous families lost their homes, clean water, food sources, and traditions. When nature is destroyed, culture and identity are slowly lost too. These environmental problems do not only affect the earth, they also affect the people protecting it. One day, I dreamed of becoming Miss Earth, not because I wanted fame, but because I wanted to become a voice for indigenous communities. I wanted people to understand that protecting nature is also means protecting the people who care for it. So I joined the pageant competition. But when I joined, some contestants judged me because of my indigenous identity. They laughed at my background and made me feel like I did not belong. There were moments when I felt hurt and discouraged, but instead of giving up, I practiced harder. I trained every day, I practiced speaking with confidence, and I studied the environmental issues affecting indigenous peoples. I remember that forest being destroyed, the polluted rivers, and the families forced to leave their ancestral lands. That became my strength. I realized I was not only fighting for myself, but for my people. On the night of the competition, I carried the pride of my community with me. When I was asked about my advocacy, I spoke from my heart. For indigenous peoples, nature is not just a resource. It is our home, culture, identity, and way of life. Protecting indigenous communities means protecting the earth. And then I heard my name, Miss Earth 2026. At that moment, I felt proud, not only for myself, but for every indigenous person who was once underestimated. I realized that being indigenous is not something to hide, it is something to be proud of.
Congratulations on winning Miss Earth.
Thank you very much.
Many people were inspired by your story. So, what advocacy are you presenting today?
My advocacy is about environmental issues affecting indigenous communities. For indigenous peoples, nature is not just a resource, but it is their home, culture, identity, and way of life.
Why is this advocacy important to you personally?
Indigenous peoples are guardians of nature. For generations, they have protected forests and cared for the environment through sustainable practices. Protecting indigenous communities also means protecting the earth and the future of the next generation.
Can you share examples of these environmental issues?
In many places, forests are destroyed because of mining and illegal logging. Rivers become polluted, wildlife disappears, and families are forced to leave their ancestral land. When nature is destroyed, culture and identity are also slowly lost.
My voice started as one person's dream, but now it speaks for the earth.